Alright, hello, and welcome back to Garden Warfare 2. I would like to discuss kind of a serious topic about this game. Basically, we all can't avoid it. It has to be said. This game is slowly dying. What I mean by that is not because of the community. The community is great. I love the community. I think the main issue about this game is probably the developers themselves. They really show no interest about improving this game or quote-unquote saving this game from dying. Sure, video games have a really long lifespan, and, like, they could last for, like, a really long time. But PopCap and EA don't really seem to care about this game like they should. I think one of their main issues is about the new content. Sure, it's very understandable that most video games tend to have last DLCs before they officially, like, end the game. Like, end all new content for the game. I understand that. But I'm talking about, like, super mix events and rucks, or maybe like game bugs in particular. Well, game bugs don't really count as new content, but you know what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to talk about the super mix events first. In my opinion, the last super mix event, what was it called? Siege the Day? I did not like that at all. It was god-awful. It was basically about cacti, chompers, and all-stars and General Supremos fighting against each other on knockback mode on Turf Takeover. In my opinion, it was not fun at all. You can pretty much do that in, like, private play. And, like, where do you get out of it? Like, 4 rainbow stars every time you complete it? That was just not fun. And lately, some of these super mix votes aren't even creative at all. PopCap and EA are just kind of a little bit lazy about this. Objective Rush. What was that about? It was just regular Turf Takeover, except everyone was fast. That's not fun. That's being lazy. They're not really created with the super mix events. Now I'm talking for the good ones that they had in the beginning, like the what's it called? Battle of Exploding Heroes. That one was fun because that actually gave people a challenge of like having a limited amount of time to kill someone before they would blow up, like kind of like Call of Duty on Cranked. And then License to Vanquish. It was basically the Agent Peas versus the Camo Rangers. That was fun because that gave people a challenge. People were fast and like it would just have, they were on 1 HP. What's another one that I really did like? I think Rando's Revenge. I think everyone really loves that because it was basically random characters and it would just give people advantages or disadvantages on playing the game. Basically, when I'm talking about these types of super mix events, I'm talking about if they're like all fair for like everybody, not just for like a particular group in particular. I'm siding with both newbies and the max ranks. So, me as a max rank of 54-55, I've been playing this game ever since it came out. I know these things. And I've been here since, like, 2 months after Garden Warfare 1 it came out. And in my opinion, I think PopCap and EA should really add some, like, really much better, like, events for this mode. I can really compare this game to Overwatch because there's so many more people that play this game than Garden Warfare 2. The community is very popular in particular, and it doesn't seem like that game is dying soon. That game really does a good job with that. With Garden Warfare 2, this game came out before Overwatch, and even then it's not really doing as well. There are a lot of similarities, yes, but with developers like Blizzard, they're doing a good job at like improving the game and like fixing up stuff. Garden Warfare 2, not really. On Overwatch, there's, like, events like Lucio Ball, like, which were the summer events, and I think there's also supposed to be, like, Halloween events in particular. Like, the Halloween events, you can get, like, exclusive skins for, like, different characters. But the Halloween events on this game, it's basically just, like, getting customs and getting hats and, getting, basically, brown coat consumables, which you pretty much not get again. I mean, if I were the developers, I think I would do something really cool with it. Like, maybe have, like, a Portal event where it's just, like, I don't know, boss hunt with, like, Baron Von Bats or something like that. Have, like, a Garden Ops where it's just basically Baron Von Bats or something like that. That's Halloween-themed. Yeah, that would be fun. I would definitely love to play that. It doesn't even need to be, like, a boss hunt. You don't even need to code in, like, a new boss. Because I know you guys don't want to put in, like, new types of content in. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, that there were only 4 boss hunts, but I guess I could take that a little bit. It seems fair what they're doing with Boss Hunt. But I think, yeah, in my opinion, Boss Hunt's definitely the best part about Garden Warfare 2 because it gives everybody a challenge. I think they're doing very well with Boss Hunt. I just honestly wish there was a little bit more with it. But with Rux in particular, no way. Don't get me started. Rux, you have to agree with me that he's god-awful. He hasn't sold us, like, anything in, like, the past 5 months. What was the new thing he sold? Like, Mood Shield? I said sold because I paid $10 for this. The other zombie ability was Super Guided Ultra Ball. I understand that because, like, a lot of people don't have this new ability. But what if you do? They only give you 50,000 coins for it. For someone with $10, I think that should be a little bit more than that. Do you agree with me? Honestly, since we already don't get the Trials of Nomus customizations, I believe that we should have gotten something a little more different than 50,000 coins. Maybe something like, I don't know, the Classic Taunts or maybe the Trials of Nomus, like, customizations because, well, people want that type of thing. I bought everything in the sticker shop, and, the only thing I can buy now are the consumables, like the AI zombies or AI plants. The only way I could get the Trials of Nomus customs are either to purchase them from Rux, or just buy them or just collect them in the mystery portal chests. There should be different ways of getting them, in my opinion, but whatever, that's their way of programming it. But that's not the point here. The point is that a lot of people really want those new abilities. Like, new abilities. The ones that, like, were advertised by German Shoe. And, like, exclusive ones that, like, the developers themselves are planning on giving. Talking about King Johnny, or the Future Parrot, or the, what's it called? What's its face? Midnight Drone. And the Hulk Smash. People have been telling me that, like, that may not come out in particular because that was supposed to be an alternate ability of the, people have told me that was also supposed to be scrapped. But they're not guaranteeing it's a new ability. But as for the rest of them, they should really start coming out with a little bit more of them. Because all Rux has been selling were just basically, like, crap. He was just basically selling us the same stuff that we would get from, like, the Trials of Nomus, like the Mystery Portal chests. Like, give us a break. We're already getting them. Why not give us the new ones that they don't give? I mean, think of, like, the AI consumables. What are they called? Like, the DJ Uplink, Golden Gatling Bot, Perfume Shroom, Monk Choi. They don't sell those at all for us. I think, like, all I've been getting in particular were the only, like, were the Golden Gatling bots. And that was only, like, 20 of them. And that was 50,000 coins. When was the last time we've ever gotten anything from that? What if someone really wanted to get those customs? Like, they can't get them until Rux sells them that. Rux only comes once a month. If we're lucky, it's twice a month. Why can't he come more? This doesn't really make sense. What if someone missed Rux and they won't be able to buy anything he has? That doesn't seem really fair to the player, does it? Sure, people like ZeroX Fusion and Zach Scott, they're associated with PopCap and EA, so they get these types of things. But for the rest of us, we're on our own. This doesn't really seem fair. Honestly, if I was the developers, they should have Rux come more often. Not because for the customizations, I'm not talking about that. Basically giving people a second chance of getting the new abilities, like, I mean, what if someone didn't have Super Guided Ultra Ball? Or maybe the Arcane Lotus? Or, I don't know, Vampweed? You should not be able to buy money for that. That's being cheap, okay? You're really just conning people out of their money. Yes, I get it. You're trying to make money off this game, but you're already doing that by, like, purchasing. You're buying people with real money to purchase PvZ money. What if someone really wanted to get, like, these abilities legit? Like, they can't. As for me, I play this game ever since the game came out, so I basically have every single ability. I try and attend to every Super Mix event. But, like, what if someone had to go on, like, a trip? What if someone had to go on, like, holiday? What if someone had their internet disconnected? They won't really have a second chance of getting these abilities. If Rux came more often, then he could resell these types of abilities and then give the new ones, like, as the expensive ones. In my opinion, that seems fair for the newbies and the max rank players. Because it honestly gives people a second chance of, like, getting these new types of customs. And what about Unicorn Chomper? No one can really get Unicorn Chomper anymore after the Garden Warfare 1 scenario where you have to get 313 by February of 2017. That's not really a thing anymore, but yet, during the Super Mix events, there are some opportunities that people can play Unicorn Chomper. The only way people can max him out nowadays is just to grind out those in types of Super Mix events, in which cases are really random. Like if you don't have 313 by the time it was February 2017, then it was basically tough luck. You're not going to get him. That really doesn't seem fair either. Speaking of unfair, the PopCap and EA really did the same thing, perhaps, with Garden Warfare 1. Back when they were sponsored by Frito-Lay with Chester Cheetah and they were advertising Dr. Chester and what's-his-face? Chester Chomper, of course. Those were the characters that are not in Garden Warfare 2. I can understand that because they were sponsored. But back then, like before you could get them for free, I'm talking about, you had to like purchase them at like your local Target and enter a specific code in like a Cheetos bag. And most Targets, they did not have this type of thing. So basically they were already screwing up already. And I've heard like on community posts is like, my son can't get this anywhere, so he's like in tears. They were really breaking a lot of hearts, myself included, because I really did like this game. Basically PopCap and EA screwed up this type of event because they did not have these types of specific bags at any Target in particular. I mean, there were like lots of people that play Garden Warfare 2 everywhere, which is like from Europe to the United States to Mexico, like basically everywhere in particular. So they wouldn't really be able to like afford these types of things. So pretty much they had no choice but to give them out for free eventually. They kind of screwed up, so they would just say like some sort of excuse like, oh, because Chester Cheetah was so generous, we're going to give them out for free. No, it's because you guys screwed up. You guys just don't want to admit it. Same thing with the patch notes in particular, like the recent patch notes where they made the party characters OP. Well, people have been claiming that they're OP. I don't know for sure if they're OP, and I believe they're kind of fair. But basically, I think the bug was just like, they were having trouble with the, like other corn variants, like Mob Cop, were able to get party time, so they had to like de-rank the bug and like republish it again to the public. And they made an excuse there. That's like, oh, the plants and the zombies got like these new, like they were into the party spirit, so they were able to get party time. No, just admit it. You screwed up. Why can't you just say that? It would the community would kind of appreciate that. It really bugs me because like, it doesn't seem like they care about any of this, or they care about the community as well. They don't give out any new content in particular, so I think it's pretty justified of why they why people don't like playing this game as much. With the Super Mix events in particular, those are cool and all, but like, most of them are pretty like boring and lame. What I'm really talking about is just like the ones I was talking about recently. Like, the ones I'm kind of talking about are like the Siege of the Day, like the recent ones. Not the creative ones like the, what's it called? Battle of Exploding Heroes. They're not even, like, the ones where you can just be like, oh, we just turn on specific mix events, and, like, it's gonna be, like, the same thing, except, like, you can have, like, knockback mode, and you'll get stars. No, that's kind of being lazy. You're not doing a good job with that. You're not doing a good job at entertaining us, in particular. I would bring back the old Super Mix events, because there were a lot of Super Mix events back then I really did like License to Vanquish. That one was really fun. It gave a lot of the players a challenge. I already said this, but I'm repeating it again. It was pretty fun. I liked it. I'm just really upset that they can't really do the same thing again. It's like they're running out of ideas. Well, if you're running out of ideas, well, why not do it again? You've done that with Rando's Revenge. Why not the same thing with the other Super Mix events? It really doesn't make sense to me, you know? So, another thing. Bugs. Bugs. Oh my god. They have a lot of bugs in this game. Sure, they do tend to patch a lot of them. I get that. There used to be a bug where it's just like, it would take 40 seconds to get into a game. They fortunately fixed that. Thank you so much. But there are other bugs out there that still need to be fixed. Like, for example, if you're on Xbox, I don't know if this applies the same thing with PC or PS4, a player would kind of get like a lag spike or something like that for a few seconds, which would make themselves vulnerable to players. And basically, well, it would just basically be a free hit off of lag. If you guys don't believe me, I have some footage of it. I can definitely tell you that I have some footage based off of lag. I think Fizzy Buffalo actually got a kill off of me because of lag when I was doing the Electro Brains video. I can show you that clip right now. Here it is. Even though it's the cheapest tactic in the world, we're still gonna do it. Nah, I used to do that all the time too. Oh, I could use that, thank you. Oh, great, and my game froze. Perfect. Oh, wow! What the shit was that? You used that goddamn lag to your advantage.
No.
This is what you get for lagging me out, bitch!
Sorry.
Another bug I want to talk about is the boss hunt bug. So they did improve this bug in particular. Yes, I appreciate that. But it still happens occasionally. What basically happens is just like, if you have a group of 4 people, and if there was just like, and if you want to go into boss hunt, you would go into the mystery portal. They would, the game would just automatically, like sometimes if it's bugging or if it's not like, if it's not setting up a match for you, it would disband the group automatically, and like you would have to, you were forced to regroup with your friends. That's annoying because it would usually take like 6 tries to do it. It used to be a lot worse back when Spooky Squash first came out. I don't think this was a problem with PC, but I think this was basically Xbox. And for me, I'm on a wired connection. I'm now on a wired connection at my college. So it's not because of the internet. I can tell you that. A lot of people have told me that the EA servers are not good. That's understandable. I know this type of thing. I think the same thing kind of happens with Star Wars Battlefront. The servers aren't that great. That's alright. I think EA is still trying to improve them. But still, this bug happens again and again and again with Boss Hunt. It's annoying because Boss Hunt's my favorite game mode, and like, it doesn't seem like they're able to fix it at all. I have footage of it too, which got me a little angry about, that's part of the reason why I get angry at Spooky Squash, because the connection's not that great. And with Yeti King coming out this week, it's just going to be even harder for us to handle this. What I basically plan on doing with Yeti King is just like, I plan on having people, I'm inviting people like subscribers into my games, and having people come in with Yeti King. And if you guys experienced this bug with me, you guys would know how this would feel. Oh, fuck. No! 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 Fuck you!
God damn it.
Champion, over here. No! What the fuck? What the fuck? No, I disconnected.
Quit, please.
Okay, that's Rose for you.
Why did you cause coffee?
What the fuck? Guys, what the fuck is this? Why'd we get sent up? So basically what I'm really hoping is that they would eventually fix this bug, because it really doesn't make sense to me. I can invite friends into Garden Ops, I can invite friends into Graveyard Ops, I can invite friends into Infinity Time, I can invite friends into Turf Takeover, I can invite friends into any multiplayer game except Boss Hunt. Boss Hunt's the only one where it's just basically laggy, or basically the game would crash, or something like that. Something stupid like that. It really doesn't make sense. How could they screw up something like that? It's a complete mess. Other than that, Boss Hunt's really good. I really do love Boss Hunt. I'm really upset though that they don't really expand that, because really there's only 4 multiplayer bosses. It's really fun too, because like you don't really get to play these very often. Which is part of the reason why I think that they should really expand the content with this game. But I get it. If you guys really think that the last update you really want is Frontline Fighters, at least improve the Super Mix events. Or, like, fix Rux. Like, have them come a lot more often. Because that's my overall belief on this game. Because there's definitely games that will definitely have much longer lifespans, like Overwatch. TF2 still has a lifespan, and how long has that game been around? Hell, even Gary's Mod still updates, and that game's been around since 2004. Maybe I shouldn't talk about Gary's Mod, because that's not considered a shooter game. But if Overwatch can really do it, why can't you guys? Okay. I know that EA's working on Star Wars Battlefront 2, and that game looks really cool. I was thinking about getting that with Matt. And I've also been hearing that Wolfie is going to be getting that game as well. I can agree that that game looks really sick. I really want to get it. But take note, guys, that like PopCap and EA are still updating PvZ 2 and PvZ Heroes. So why can't they update this game? It really doesn't make sense to me. There's so many people that really love this game, and this game does have a lot of potential. And people such as myself really want this game to continue on with the life. They really want to continue like expanding the type of content in this game. And yeah, I can get it. You don't have to add any new characters because like, well, you were pretty much done with it. But if I were you guys, I would expand Super Mix Event. I would expand Rux. Like, I would have Rux come a lot more often. Don't let him send, like, new customs. Have them give him, like, second chances with the old abilities, like Super Guide Ultra Ball or Arcane Lotus or something like that. If someone already has that, then, like, give him a different opportunity. Like, maybe give him, like... If someone like me, like, who already has the abilities... Then it would be a good excuse to sell the Trials of Nomus customs. Because, like, people already have the old abilities. If someone doesn't already have that, give them second chances, guys. Make them like, expensive. Because I already know that, like, people told me, like, it would cost, like, 1,000,000 coins to get, like, a piece of Toxic Brains or Computer Scientist. So that's not an excuse that these customs are for everybody. No, because I've definitely seen on people that, like, you sell Toxic Brains or Scallywag Imp by Rux. So why can't you do that for like other abilities? Why can't you do that for like Guided Ultra Ball or the what's-it-face? Like any abilities at all. Mood Shield, like the new abilities, you should probably consider selling that again. Don't charge people with that. That's being cheap. You're really conning people off of it. Like with Party Corn, Party Brains, I can understand. Like we'll get money out of that. That was like, what was that, 100,000 coins? And then with the Rux Zombies, we got like 50,000 coins with like the abilities we already had. Why can't we have the same thing as before? Like with why can't we get more money out of that? You kind of like conned us out of our $10, you know? That's not cool. You already charge us enough for like some of these upgrades, like the Deluxe Edition, or maybe like getting some more coins by simply purchasing them. I mean, EA does this to everybody, and it just... I know, it's their choice if they really want to buy it or not. But to me, I think that they're just kind of ripping off, like, kids and, like, people in particular that really like this game. Giving them high hopes of, like, they're gonna get, like, Rux abilities, but it turns out they'll just get coins. Like, what if it wasn't Mood Shield that they'd be, like, selling? What if it was, like, I don't know, like, Vampweed? And we'd get 50,000 coins for that as well. I think there'd be people that would rant about that. I'm already ranting because, like, people out there really want those new abilities, and, like, they don't get them in particular. When was the last time, like, we had new abilities? Like, what, June? May? I don't know. We haven't had one in a while. The one that we've, like, legit got without having to pay money were the Vampweed, the Blink Turret, and the Pylon Mech. Like, what the heck, PopCap? I honestly do not understand why they do this, because, like, it really just doesn't seem fair to us in particular. Like, Rux should be selling, like, the old abilities along with the legendary customs, or the consumables. That's what I believe they should do. And with Unicorn Chomper, give people some more chances to play with Unicorn Chomper, because people don't get to play with him as more often. That's what they should be doing with Super Mix Event. If anything, they'll probably charge Unicorn Chomper, or like, I don't know, you could buy Unicorn Chomper for 20 bucks. I mean, that's understandable, because that would give them a chance to buy them, or like get to play with them, because that was basically their way of like, they gave people a chance before February of 2017 to get to match 313 on Garden Warfare 1. If people don't have Garden Warfare 1 and they wanted Unicorn Chomper, that should be an excuse. You should sell Unicorn Chomper, or better yet, maybe make him like extremely expensive in like in the sticker shop or something like that. Make him playable, guys. Come on. That's it, really. That's basically all my thoughts about what they should really do to improve Garden Warfare 2. I've been talking about 30 minutes. Chances are I might have to cut a lot of this out. I know I haven't made an upload in like a while, probably like a couple of days. But this was basically on my mind, and I really wanted to respond to Wolfie about this, because, like, he was talking about the same things as well. Like, the game really is slowly dying because there's no really good content being added to this game. Like, the mix events, yes, they haven't been good lately. And Rux, everyone's mad at Rux, I can give you that. It just, I just don't understand. Please, please, PopCap and EA, save Garden Warfare 2. Take advice from the community. Like, we want these new things to be added. We want the new abilities to be added. Like, charge us more if that's gonna be a thing. Charge us more if that's gonna be a thing. If it's gonna be, if for the new abilities to come out, and then charge us less for the older abilities, because that's understandable. Don't be selling us like customs, like, I don't know, like a new hat for like these like rainbow goggles for the imp. No, that's bullshit. I've been talking for 30 minutes. I can't do this. I've been already stressed out as it is. That's basically going to be it for this video. Please take this advice, PopCap. Like, please do these types of things to improve Garden Warfare 2. Because if you're not going to be doing anything about this, and if you're continuing to not care, this game's going to die. And as for you, EA, yes, you're working on other games as well. But keep in mind that there's a community out there that really does love this game, and they really want to continue with it. PopCap really does continue with PvZ Heroes and PvZ 2. But Garden Warfare 2, they really don't seem to care about. So please, like, improve this game. Like, maybe, like, add some, like, really cool content to it. Add some things that would get players to want to play this. That's all I really gotta say about this. Thanks, guys, so much for watching this. I'll see you guys next time.